Okay, so let's try next coding problem. So open the leetcode.com and go to the problems tab. And in the search section, search the missing number and hit enter. You will find the problem number 268. It comes under the easy category and it's easy actually. So click on it. So let's read the question. Given an array nums containing n distinct, so that is the unique numbers in the range of 0 to 1, return the only number in the range that is missing from the array. So basically, we have some number given, like some array is given, like 0, 1, 3. We need to find the missing number, right? So the array length is 3. So it is being expected. So the number should be from 0 to 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. And we see all the numbers are not there. Only 3 is there. Like only 0, 1, and 3 is there. So 2 is the missing number. So similarly, number is 0, 1. So but 0, 1. So the length of the array is 2. So if the length of the array is 2, then the expected numbers are 0, 1, 2. But 0 and 1 are there, but 2 is not there. So the missing number is 2. So these are like, again, the numbers are given like 964235701, and the length is 9. Array length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Array length is 9. So expected numbers are 0 to 9, but 8 is missing. So 8 is the missing number. So it's a straightforward question. It's like an easy question. So, but the trickiest part here is like they have mentioned, we need to do in the O1 extras. We don't need to use the extra space, and we need to like do in a single run. But just ignore for the time being. First, let's try to see whether like by any approach are we able to sort that question or not. So like we have the problem missing number. So 103, length of the number are 3. So expected number are 0, 1, 2, 3. And which number is missing? 2. So what is the brute force method? So brute force method is like very simple. So we know array is given and we can calculate the length. All right. So let's suppose 0, 1, 3 array is given. We can calculate the length. Length is 3. So we know the expected numbers are 0, 1, 2, and 3. So now we need to check one by one. We can check one by one all these numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, whether all these numbers are in this array or not. Whatever the number not in this array, that is the our missing number. So as an example, 0, 1, 3. So we know these are the missing numbers, expected numbers. So what we can do, we can check, we will run a loop. 0. Is 0 in the nums? Yes. Then we will check 1. Is 1 in the nums? Yes. Then we will check 2. 2 in the nums? No. Then we will break the loop and we will return 2 because there is only one missing number. So that is the brute force method. So let's try to implement that. And then we will see like whether our Leetcode is going to accept that or not. So how the problem is like, we will calculate the length of numbers. And then we will run a loop for I in range of 0 to n plus 1. Because expected number are 0 to n. So n is also included. And we need to check all these number, whether all these number are in this or not. All right. So we are going to check. So if I not in nums, then break and return I. So basically, if number is 0, 1, 3, then our length is 3. Then we are, if length is 3, then we are checking from 0, 1, 2, and 3. 0 to n plus 1. So we are checking for 0 in nums. Yes. 1 in nums. So whatever the number is not in there, then that is our missing number. So let's try to run that. So 3 sample cases was accepted. Let's try to submit it. So you could see like even this question has been accepted by the Leetcode, but ideally it should not be accepted. But like we beat only 15% of the runtime. Why this is? Because and this is like we have not done as per the expectation, because as per the expectation they have mentioned we should not use the extra space. Definitely we have not used any extra space. Along with that, we have to use only O of n, only one loop, but we are running two loops. Example, so one loop is this. For I in like 0 to n, we are running one loop. And this is also a kind of a loop because we are checking if I not in nums. If I not in nums, it will check each and every element first. Or we can like do in some another way, like for number in nums, if I equal to number, then found is equal to true, something like that. So you can also do that, and but we can also do that if I not. But internally at the back end, it is also running a loop. So that's why big of n, big of n, big of n square. So, but we have to do that problem in big of n only. So this like solution is even acceptable. Ideally, it should not be acceptable, but it is acceptable. But it is not the one which the question like it is being asked. So let's try the second approach. So what is the second approach? Because we know we have to run one loop. That is fine. No one can change that because from we have to check each and every number from the expected list. All right, so that is fine. We but this loop is creating an issue because we are checking from for I in not in nums. So it will check 0, 1, 2, 3. Each will check each element one by one. But if instead of this we can use a hash map, because if we check in the list, like whenever we search any element in the list, then the operation is big of n. So that's why if condition is checking big of n. But if we do search operation in the dictionary, it is checking big of 1. So what we can do is the second method is we can create a dictionary from the input numbers, from these numbers. So whatever the numbers are there, we can store in a dictionary, and then here in this part we can check directly in the dictionary rather in the list. So what we can do is for num. Okay, let's create a dictionary. Let's pause. Numbers is a dictionary. So for I in nums, we are going to store that numbers in a dictionary. So now dictionary has been like created. Then what we are doing is we will directly check I not in numbers. Whatever the I not in the numbers, that is our answer. All right, so return I. Let's try to run it. And it is being accepted. And because like earlier what we are doing is we are checking if the number is in the list or not. To search in the list, it is checking big of n. So that's why big of n square. But now we know if we want to do the search, but that search also should take big of 1, then we can use the hash map or the dictionary. So we are using the dictionary and we are doing only like big of like 1, big of n only in the total. So let's try to submit the solution. So that solution is also accepted. Now we beat 80% of the people. But again, the same thing, we have not done the whatever being asked, because it is being asked, you have to run in big of n. That is perfectly fine. We are doing in big of n. So big of n here, big of n here, 2 of big of n. So 2 is constant. So anyhow, the runtime complexity big of n. But they said we should not use the extra space, but we are using the extra space. We are using the extra space. So we have to like remove this extra space. All right. So let's try to see the third and optimal approach. So third approach is we have the input array number, which and we know one number is missing. So what we can do is like whatever the numbers are given, we as an example. So let's suppose input number is 031. All right. And we know the length is 3. So expected numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3. So what we can do is we can sum all these numbers 0, 1, 2, 3. We can sum all this number, and then whatever the input is given, we can subtract one by one number from these input, and whatever the remaining output, that is the missing number. So example, so this is the expected number 0, 1, 2, 3. It should be there, but 2 is not there. That's why the output is 2. So let's take the sum of all this. So sum of all this is 6. Then we can run a loop 0, 3, 1. Then we will subtract 0, 6 minus 0, 6. Then we will subtract 3, 6 minus 3, 3. Then we will subtract 1, 3 minus 1, 2. Whatever the remaining left, so only 2 left. So now all the number finished, but 2 left. So it means the total sum here and the total sum here, the difference is 2. All right, the difference is 2. So that is the the missing number. All right, or you can do like take a sum of this, take a sum of this, and do the subtraction, whatever the minus part, and that is the missing number, because 3 and 1 4, 3 4 5 and 6, so 6 minus 4 2, so 2 is the missing number. So we can do that as well. And how to do the do the sum? In the mathematics, we know like a sum of n natural numbers. Well, there is a formula, sum of n natural number, that is the n into n plus 1 by 2. So we will do the sum in a single go. So let's try to do that. So let's remove that. So first we need the total. So total is equal to n star n plus 1 and divided by 2. Why I'm taking double slash? Because otherwise it will give like a decimal. We don't want decimal because the output is the integer only. Otherwise it will give 2.0, 2.0, 8.0. That's why like we are doing this. So we know length is this. So these are the length is missed, and we are taking the sum of all the numbers, like from 1 to n, or you can say 0 to n. So we are get the number. Now we can do is, or you can do, like you can do this is like expected total is this. All right. And okay, let it be total, or you can do the actual total as well by running one loop. All right, or you can just subtract the total from this number. So as an example, for n in nums, so total is equal to total minus n. Not n, we can do number in number, because n we are already using here. So number, and whatever the remaining, that is our missing number. Anyhow, like the variable is something sometimes confusing, but that is the missing number. So let's try to run that. So looks the indentation error. Okay. So it looks wrong. So 301. So we are doing the total of number, and then we are going into the, okay. So we have to return outside the loop. So let's try to submit it. Now we have beat 95% of the people, and the solution has been accepted. Plus, whatever being asked, we have done that. We have not used any extra space. We have did it in off big of n. So we have only one loop. That's it. So this is the main important thing. What we can do is whatever being expected, we know like the expected number is 0, 1, 2, 3. So okay, then fine, we can do the total of here and total of here, and do the my subtraction, and whatever the subtraction result, that is the missing number, that we can do. Or the other, either do subtraction, or either do like subtract one by one from both, from the total, like both are like same thing. So what we are doing is we are running a loop on numbers, and we are subtracting from the total, and whatever the number left, that is our the actual output. So that's it. That's the end of the video. So this is easy question, you can try, and we have covered like all the three approaches. So that's it. Thank you.